The main character I'm playing is Ahimelech. He is the high priest in the city of Nob. Most of the actors are American. I applied as a Canadian, thinking, you know what? If it's an international Pathfinder Camporee, a Canadian should be allowed to show up. I am, after all, international. And so I get to the border and the officers don't want to let us through. Basically they say, hey, look, you're being paid for this position. Now we're gonna take your fingerprints and we're gonna take your picture. Now your name is in the system and we're gonna be watching for you. Get back to Canada. 2 days later, I'm back at the border. And this time they tell me if I try to cross the border again, there is a strong possibility you'll be denied. And if you're denied for the third time, you can get banned from the United States for 5 years. And I'm like, okay, but if we're doing the story of David and Goliath, I'm gonna have to take on my own giants, right? I go to the American embassy. I get a paper that goes off and tells me, as a Canadian citizen, you technically could work for 90 days. I'm like, oh, okay, that's really good. And I head down back to the same border I was denied the first time. And I get there, I see the Border Patrol agent who denied me the first time. And I'm like, oh no. And all of a sudden, just as I'm about to be called up, another border agent calls me over and says, sir, could you please come over here? She looks through everything and she's like, oh, okay, well, here you go. Welcome to the United States. And I'm like, what? But on a little voice, which I believe is the spirit, says, get on the bus, don't ask questions. I'm like, okay. So I get on the bus and next thing I know,